There is a moment that feels familiar to almost every dog owner. You sit down with your food, ready to enjoy a quiet meal. Then you feel it. A presence. Not loud, not intrusive, but steady and unmistakable. You look up, and there it is. Your dog, sitting or lying nearby, eyes fixed on you with unwavering attention. At first, it may feel amusing. The intensity of the gaze, the stillness, the quiet patience. But as the seconds pass, it becomes something more noticeable. Why does your dog watch you so closely while you eat?
You're such a good
Why does it
dog.
remain focused, almost as if
Look
nothing
what I
else
have
exists
for
in that
you.
moment? This behavior is not random. It is deeply rooted in instinct, learning, and emotional connection. To understand it, you have to look beyond the surface and into the way dogs perceive the world around them. Dogs are natural observers. They pay attention to patterns, especially those related to food and routine. In the wild, food is one of the most important resources. Every opportunity to access it matters. Watching others eat is not unusual. It is a way of learning, anticipating, and possibly sharing. When your dog stares at you while you eat, part of that behavior comes from this instinct. It recognizes that food is present. It understands that something valuable is happening. The act of watching becomes a way to stay connected to that moment. But instinct alone does not explain everything. There is also a strong element of learning. If your dog has ever received food while you are eating, even once, it creates an association. The act of watching becomes linked to the possibility of reward. Over time, this connection becomes stronger. Your dog learns that your meal is not just your moment. It might also become its opportunity. Even if you do not always share, the memory of past experiences remains. This is why the gaze can feel so focused. It is not only curiosity, it is expectation. At the same time, there is an emotional layer beneath this behavior. Dogs do not separate activities the way humans do. Eating, resting, moving, all of these moments are part of a shared environment. When you eat, your dog wants to be included in that experience. The stare becomes a form of participation. Even without receiving anything, your dog is present. It is watching, observing, and staying connected to what you are doing. There is also a subtle form of communication in that gaze. Your dog is not only looking at the food, it is looking at you. It is reading your expressions, your movements, your tone. It is trying to understand what is happening and how it fits into that moment. For some dogs, the gaze is soft and patient. For others, it is more intense, more focused. These differences reflect personality and past experiences. But in every case, the behavior carries meaning. There is also a social aspect that is often overlooked. Dogs are group-oriented animals. Sharing food, or at least being present during eating, is part of social bonding. When your dog watches you eat, it may be engaging in a simplified version of this behavior. It is staying close to you during a moment that, in its instinctive understanding, is important. And yet, even with all these layers, there is still something more. Sometimes, it reveals something deeper about how your dog relates to you and what it is quietly trying to understand in that shared moment. There is a final layer to this quiet and steady gaze that often goes unnoticed, yet it may be the most meaningful of all. When your dog watches you while you eat, it is not only focused on the food or the possibility of receiving something, it is focused on you as a whole. Dogs have an extraordinary ability to read emotional states. They do not rely on words or explanations. Instead, they observe subtle changes in your body, your posture, your breathing, and the energy you carry in that moment. While you sit and eat, your movements slow down, your attention narrows, your body becomes more still and predictable. To your dog, this creates a clear window of observation. In that stillness, your dog studies you, not in a curious or questioning way, but in a calm and attentive one. It is learning, sensing, and aligning itself with your presence. The gaze becomes more than a search for food. It becomes a form of connection. There is also a quiet, emotional exchange happening in these moments. As your dog watches you, it adjusts its own state. If you are calm, it settles. If you are tense or distracted, it may become more alert. This mirroring creates a shared emotional rhythm between you. In many ways, your dog is not only observing, it is responding. There is also something deeply grounding about this presence. The steady gaze, the quiet stillness, the awareness that your dog is there with you, even if you do not consciously notice it. Your body may respond to this presence. Your breathing may slow, your thoughts may soften. The environment becomes more balanced. This is one of the unique aspects of the bond between humans and dogs. It is not only about interaction, it is about coexistence, the ability to share space without needing constant action or words. At the same time, your dog is offering something in that gaze. It is offering attention without distraction. In a world where attention is often divided, this kind of focus is rare. Your dog is fully present with you, even in a simple moment like eating. There is also a deep sense of trust behind this behavior. Your dog feels comfortable enough to remain still, to watch, to wait without fear. This level of comfort develops over time, through consistent experiences of safety and care. Your dog does not question whether it should watch you. It does not analyze the situation. It simply follows what feels natural, being near you, observing you, staying connected. All of this is part of its understanding of the relationship. And within that simplicity lies something powerful. When your dog looks at you while you eat, it is not just asking for food, it is sharing a moment. It is staying
I hear
present
you.
in your world.
Let's go.
It is maintaining a connection that does not require words or actions. The gaze is steady, quiet, and full of meaning. It reflects instinct, learning, expectation, and emotion, all combined into a single behavior that repeats itself day after day. What may seem like a small and ordinary moment becomes something much deeper, a silent form of communication, a reminder that connection does not always come through grand gestures. Sometimes it is found in a simple look, a calm presence, a shared space where nothing needs to be said. And in that quiet moment, your dog is not just watching you eat, it is choosing to be with you.